Across Isidore Newman, there are many talented students, whether it be through sports, arts, or academics. Through this documentary, we have selected the top performers from 2 sports and 2 different areas of art. Throughout this documentary, you will hear the voices of Maslin, Eli, John, and Joyce. Come with us as we explore their processes of growth.
Just like as an athlete, it's just like the work you put in and like how that reflects year in and year out. You know, you have to get better every year. Growth is really just not being stagnant, right? Like it's the phrase we use, like you're either getting better or getting worse.
Growth really means meshing with your section. Being able to work together as a voice group is super important in a choir, especially when you have complicated harmonies. Like working together, being able to work together with your specific voice group, your specific section, and excelling at that and getting better at it is super important. I think that's what growth really is in choir.
Growth in art means understanding certain aspects of like what you want to do with it. I don't think it necessarily means like being better at it, but understanding the direction you want to go in.
I think growth is kind of 2 things. It's obviously the growth in your specific event or just cross country. So improving your time. And I think growth is also how we are as a team. As the season progresses, you know, we get closer, we become more and more of a family. And I think that's an essential part of growth as well.
Well, I think growth in choir helps me because most of the things I do are involved with singing and in the arts. I do recitals with my voice teacher outside of school, and of course I do the musical every year. And staying in choir for the whole year keeps me in practice and always keeps me improving and has me introduced to different types of music. And when you're approached with a new musical that you've never seen before, a new piece of music that you've never seen before, it's easy to adapt even if you're not in choir.
To be honest, I try not to let it affect my life too much. Obviously, I really like when I succeed in cross country, it feels good, but also I sort of keep my mind ahead and think about the next goal, the next possibility, and just keep working on improving myself.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like starting out, I wasn't even supposed to play football, you know. I have 2 Jewish parents, and they didn't really want me to play, you know, as a middle schooler because they thought, you know, it's too dangerous. And so really just kind of getting over that hump initially was a big thing, you know, being able to play tackle football. And so for Hanukkah one year, I got like a contract saying I could play, which was pretty cool. But then, you know, finally getting to play, I kind of just took it and ran with it. Like that was like kind of my first setback is, you know, being able to play the sport. And then, you know, you suffer injury. I suffered a lot of injuries sophomore year. I was supposed to play running back and split a lot of time. And then I had a bad ankle sprain and I broke my rib. So just overcoming injury and being able to rehab and jump back in where you left off is obviously super tough for any athlete.
My biggest setback probably came when I broke my foot last year at the end of my track season. That definitely was unexpected and kind of rough, but I feel like I've bounced back from that pretty well. I had to completely stop running and even really walking for about a month just because of the boot on my foot. Made it really, really tough to just get around and do basic things. But, you know, easing back into training really slowly and working on, you know, slowly building up my mileage over the summer.
My biggest setback would probably be my own fears, like misguiding me. Like sometimes I would just like give up on a project because I was so afraid that it would be a waste and I would be wasting my time and it would basically be all for nothing. I guess before starting a painting, like get a bigger picture of like what I want to do, know the direction I'm in. If it looks sloppy, just like, I don't know, tweak it, stop like having negative thoughts about it.
Yeah, the team's obviously super connected. I think really this year specifically, like talking about growth, we've watched it grow through the years, just the camaraderie we've been able to build as a class and then as a team, from the bottom up with the freshmen. And that's something we really worked hard on this year, is just being able to connect every individual, including everybody. And I think it really shows up when you actually play. It's just like how close everyone is. Everyone's celebrating as a full team. And it's honestly just a ton of fun.
Yeah, so the cross-country community has been really, really important to me at my entire time at Newman. As someone who was new as a freshman, coming into the school year with a group of friends that I already knew was really, really nice. And then, of course, over the last 4 years, we've just grown together and gotten closer. I really consider them family. I love them all. They're all incredible. And probably one of the best decisions I've ever made.
The choir community has affected me greatly. I mean, that place is so special. It's so welcoming and so accepting. It's one of the most diverse places on campus, and it has given me dozens of lifelong friends. And I honestly can't think of any place I would rather be on campus. It is the greatest place you'll ever go.
Well, I think the art program here at Newman is pretty good. Like the teachers, they guide you like really well. And they're really understanding about they help you develop your thought process more in art, and I think that's great. Also outside of school, I do attend art school, after school, nonprofit programs where I create art. I think that's helped me improve my technical skills in art. I guess my goal this year would be staying on track, because sometimes I would do a painting, get halfway through it and then move it aside and not finish it until months later. So I think since I'm taking AP art, I want to make sure I have a good schedule and diligent with time, and I just don't do that. So my goal is to finish my pieces in a reasonable amount of time.
As a team, we're really focused on winning state this year. If so, it would be the first time since 1990 that the boys cross country team has won a state championship. So we really have our minds on that. In terms of individual goals, I would really like to place well at state. And then I also have my eyes set on nationals afterwards. Committing to Vassar and knowing that I get to continue running for at least the next 4 years really means the world to me. I had a great time on my visit, and I'm really excited that what I've learned here at Newman with Coach Fowl and with the cross-country team, I can carry with me for the next 4 years into college.
Usually I would say we want to win the competitions, but we're not going on a trip this year, unfortunately. But we still have LMAA, which is the state competition. So it would be good to, bring home those trophies again. That's probably the group goal. For me, expand my range a little, get a couple solos, see what happens.
My goals for this year specifically are all team oriented. We want to win state. That's the bottom line. We want to be the greatest team in Newman history. There's really no other way to put it. The standard's been set. We're kind of trying to just break the wall. As an individual, I would say, just being able to work hard and prepare myself for the next 4 years of college football, and hopefully be able to play at a high level there. So yeah, I mean, the second the season ends, the next season begins, I'm ready to get rolling.
Don't be afraid to work with other people. because you will make something beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, just trust the process. You know, I firmly believe everything happens for a reason. And so if you trust yourself as an individual, good things will happen.
You're gonna have a lot of moments in life where you don't like something and you might want to give up, but it's really up to you. But really, don't give up. Try not to give up.
Have a goal in mind, repeat that goal to yourself, whether that's in your head or writing it down. Goals are really, really important. They help drive you, they help keep you motivated, but it should also be fun, because this is just life. You can't take it too seriously.